Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Terepac Connect. My name is Rick Asselstein. I'm the CEO of Terepac Corporation. We literally embarked on a fairly in-depth planning session with our Technology Advisory Board. Some of the world's thought leaders in the area of sustainability, microelectronics, nanoelectronics, and the Internet of Things. Terepac makes ultra-tiny, ultra-thin microelectronics to embed in your products. To offer some context around scale, what you see there is a grain of table salt, and underneath that is a Terepac test chip. And that test chip is 160 microns on a side, literally order of magnitude smaller than what's out there. And what we're able to do is we're the company that is able to uniquely handle an object of that size. Once it goes below a half a millimeter, people can't handle it, and we can. That's a smart card chip. That's about a millimeter on a side. The one below it is a standard RFID chip, which is again under a millimeter, and to the right of that is a Terepac test chip, that's 160 microns. Now when you look at that, that is literally to us starting to look big, because in fact, the fact of the matter is that our process allows us to handle an object that would be 160 times smaller than that. This capability allows us to do is to take electronics to places it's never been imagined before, and also take existing electronics and transform it into something that, again, is lighter, smaller, less expensive, smaller environmental footprint. So again, as you can see, what it creates is this wonderfully elegant solution. So the metaphor of this is that, in fact, the electronics are the seed that go inside the object, which becomes the grape that is communicated via the vine. And what we also create, what it creates is juice. We'll give away the juice, but it also creates information. We've taken ultra-thin and elegant NFC electronics that can be applied to a logo in several formats, enabling it to socialize with the world. To socialize your logo, you can turn your hat or your shirt or your coaster into a TereTag and then connect it to your cell phone and let your logo socialize. I could either tell you that, or I could show you.
We built a very simple application for the BlackBerry that would enable us to be able to read the TereTag, as Rick mentioned, and then start to socialize it. So what we've built is again, your beer coaster.
Yeah, we've got it in a beer coaster. So I'm sitting at the pub after a round of golf, and I'm enjoying a lovely pint of Budweiser, for example. And what I can do is just place my phone right on.
Same thing, and we can share, we can look up information, we can actually read about the nutritional facts if you probably don't want to know that when you're about to drink the beer. But more importantly, we could have beer recipes and a variety of other things. And the same concept is that we can share this and we can send another tweet for Tom as well.
And so what you see up on the screen is the Twitter stream for TerraSeed for our account. And so now I've just tweeted very easily using a TereTagged coaster.
Date of birth of the TereTag, March 26th. So if we could invite the technology advisors to come to the stage, that would be terrific. Dr. Jana Sheets, if you would handle the introductions.
Professor Stuart Hart. Stu is the S.C. Johnson Professor of Business Strategy at Cornell University. He also runs his own consulting business in sustainable enterprise. He's been visiting lecturer in many places, including the Beijing Business School, I think, recently. He's written several books.
Thank you. My focus really is on the connection between business strategy and sustainability. I was already excited about the company before I came, and I guess it's fair to say I'm even more excited now. Continuous improvement, reduction in negative impact associated with today's products and processes on the one hand. And there I think we can see lots of ways that Terepac can contribute. The kind of technology, miniaturization would allow for much less expensive and more effective waste minimization, all kinds of other ways to do eco-efficiency kind of work. But I think what excites me even more is when I think about emergence of new technologies and the creation of entirely new markets. And here I think is where you could imagine Terepac really contributing. You think about the combination of low cost, miniaturization, low power, low energy use, allows you to do things in terms of connecting people, giving voice, right, to those who have been left out, those who have been underserved, but also giving voice, easy voice, to the environment, right, to be able to monitor water, soil moisture, wildlife populations. You could imagine all kinds of ways that this technology enables us now to give voice to things that previously were voiceless, and thereby enable us to much more effectively and sustainably manage them. So I come away feeling enormously excited about the prospect for Terepac to contribute to the sustainability agenda for the world, and at the same time see it as an enormous business opportunity. And so I'm really pleased to be part of it. Thanks for inviting me.
Dr. Heikki Seppä is a research professor and director of projects at VTT. It is the Finnish National Research Agency.
Now we have a standard, and now that technology can be used to make this Internet of Things. And I think the Terepac is more lucky than me, because now it's the right time. Okay, thank you.
Joe Fjellstad, who is first of all, the CEO of a company in the area of electronic packaging called Verdant Electronics. The process that he's been bringing out in that is called the Occam process. Writes for numerous magazines, gives talks.
Thank you very much, Jana. What this means, this is pretty fascinating, and I hope that everybody appreciates that demonstration. We're at the threshold of something brand new. I see it now, and I'm going with the crew of people that you've assembled, a team of highly committed people who are definitely heart and soul into what's going on with this and doing amazing things. And these technologies, which will deliver at cost points that will enable that, I think are going to be pivotal, and that we could be looking at something that's going to clearly mark a turning point, relative to technology, certainly in the world of electronics. And I'm greatly appreciative of the opportunity to participate in a small way. Thank you.
Dr. Nirja Raman is next. Nirja was a laboratory manager at HP Labs, managed very innovative projects in the area of digital photography and imaging. She eventually left Hewlett-Packard, became a digital fellow at Stanford, has a blog called From Good to Gold, and carries on a consulting practice in helping support entrepreneurship in the developing world.
I've just had an amazing day today. And can I tell you a secret? You know what? I think this day was designed so I could indulge for 8 hours in my two favorite passions: technology that can change the world, and people who want to take that technology to change the world. So thank you, Jana, for inviting me. Thank you for having me here. The metaphor I shared this morning was of the river Ganges, which is very fast and flowing because it's in the hills. And then later on, when it has this huge impact and feeds millions of people, it's slow and has multiple eddies and turns, and that's how Terepac is going to be. I think you have your first product that we heard, TereTag. It seems very much in the moment. It's fast. It's good to get to market. There's excitement around it. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that you don't have the bigger vision around solving other problems we talked about, like agriculture, moisture. I mean, electronics can now go where electronics never went. So it's that kind of change that I think that Terepac will bring about in the world, and I have full confidence. Thank you very much.
Dr. Joel Birnbaum, who was the Vice President of R&D and Director of HP Labs for many years. Before that, had already an illustrious career at IBM, was the leader of the project which brought forth the first reduced instruction set computer.
It's been a wonderful day, as you've heard. The exciting part is that I think that Terepac has something really important to contribute in this next 5 years. I think it can create a unique footprint in some applications that no other technology that I know of would be able to do. And I can't think of a technology more suited for this than the Terepac technology, because remember, its principal advantages are small size, which means low weight, low cost, and less power consumption. I know that the Terepac technology is the kind of thing I'd like to have to try to implement it. The best way to predict the future is to create it, and it's very satisfying to be involved with a group of people that I think are going to help to do just that. Thank you.
From our perspective, we're merely at the end of the beginning. My very best. Thanks so much.